Hello traders, Gary Wagner here just before 10 o'clock in Honolulu, 4 o'clock in New York on Monday, June the 8th, 2015, and welcome to this special edition of Trend Chartist. As you know, we will be launching our new expansion in which we're going to cover a multitude of markets that we believe are defined trends, and those trends offer us some real opportunities. And so over the next few days, I kind of want to hone in on a couple of the markets that we will be actively trading to give you an idea of where we place these markets overall, both long-term, interim term, and short-term. So as we begin to trade these, you have a sense for what it is we're looking at. Today we're going to be focusing in on the euro dollar. Of course, the euro dollar right now is up tremendously. As you can see, we are now trading at about 112, almost 113 on the euro dollar. And I really want to hone in first on our daily chart. And traders, we've done just that. I've pulled up a daily chart, and of course, on this daily chart, let me try to widen these candlesticks up a bit. We are looking at Japanese average charts, and when we consider the incredible strength we have seen in the US dollar, and that's really been since about June of last year, you can see that for the beginning of that dollar rise, you did have the euro kind of flatlined, not giving up a lot, and at the same time not getting a lot in terms of value. It climbed as high as about 140 for each euro dollar. And then when we look at it, we had this tremendous decline in price in which it almost went to parity, roughly at 104, 105, right in this area. And from there, we've begun to climb back up. Of course, you see a small differential. The differential you're looking at is on a Japanese average price. It is fixing midpoint. But as I said, we are trading roughly at about 112, 113 on the euro. The way that I am looking at the euro right now is that the euro is in a defined downtrend, and that this current move up is a corrective wave up, meaning it is a small uptick. And the way that I look at it is in terms of the bigger picture, what we are looking at is a wave forward. This, of course, is our intermediate, and we are absolutely in a bear count. And as you can see, you have 3, 4, and then from there we're going to, this is our ABC, of course, completing 4, and now we're going into our fifth wave corrective wave up. And we're projecting that this counter wave could take us as high as 120, and at the absolute top about 125, at the absolute bottom about 115. So these are the different levels that we're looking at, and that's simply based upon the length of wave 3. And from that, we are extrapolating a 50 to 75% move, and that's where we come up with these numbers on this particular chart. And so traders, really to look at the major and to get a real sense of the euro dollar in terms of where it's at and what it's doing, I've gone ahead and converted that chart into a weekly chart, and this is giving us our absolute major count. So in terms of what we're looking at, we had a ABC that took us down to this bottom at 125. You can see that the highest we've seen it, this is 160, and this is the 140 that we were looking at. So we do have marks above this one, obviously 150 here and 160 here. But as I said, when we look at this wave 1, wave 2, our long wave 3 down, our corrective wave, and as I said, my anticipation is right within this area here in terms of 115 to about 125. That should conclude this corrective fourth wave, which would take us into our final fifth wave down. So in terms of the euro dollar, the way that we're looking at it is it's currently in a wave 4 on a bear count. Our projected high on this is about 125. We feel that overall the euro is going to go up right now, the dollar is going to come down, but that is a counter wave both on the euro as well as the US dollar. These are counter waves from the primary direction, and the primary direction of the euro is a bear count. The primary direction of the dollar is a bull count. That is the euro dollar as we see it today. All throughout this week, I'm going to be looking at the different markets that we're going to be analyzing, whether it's the yen, the British pound, crude light, the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Australian dollar. These are the markets that we will be looking at and actively trading, but I want to get everybody sort of up to speed in terms of our big picture so that when we move into the smaller picture of actually trading this market, you have a real sense for what it is we're looking at. This has been Gary Wagner wishing you as always good trading. We'll talk to you tomorrow for another update on Trend Chartist. Bye-bye.